The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman takes the series against Charleston after falling in Game 1 6-5. Today they take down the Golden Eagles 12-1 in Game 2. Coach, let's talk about Game 1 just real quickly here for a second. I know it's a frustrating ball game, but it's also one of those games where both sides made a lot of mistakes that led to runs. Ultimately, the difference in the game, Matt Coles just makes one bad pitch. You guys are unable to come back and take the lead or tie the game, despite the fact you had runners after that. What's your assessment of that contest?
We had those runners available, as we talked about, Michael, and we had opportunities, and that's what you want. Fortunately for them, they were able to induce some weak contact on our hitters because of their pitches. So, the credit goes to their staff, which I thought all weekend. I told Robbie, he's got a really deep staff of young arms that are really good. So it was a challenge for us. But they were able to induce some weak contacts where we couldn't get a ball out of the infield. And fortunately, when they made mistakes is how we scored runs. They just didn't make enough of them for us to score enough to get a lead. So really, it was about leaving men on base. But also earlier, you got to play, you got to pop up. You want to see someone to take charge and say, all right, I want this baseball. Like, I want the ball. And it was a pop-up where it was everybody looking at each other like, you want it? No. And you can't have that. You want guys out here that are playmakers that are like, listen, I'm fighting for this ball because I want the put out right now. And that we'll clean that up. And then I thought, we got to be better with the approaches, with the plan, knowing what they're doing. And again, easier said than done. It's hard to hit a baseball. It's a 68% rule, which means 68% of balls that are put in play are outs. It's hard to hit a round ball with a round bat. But we just felt like there were too many opportunities for us not to cash in on at least one. And then, Gren, a credit to them, their hitter, a great job, because Coles was doing really good in middle relief, keeping us in the game. And then the two-run homer. It was a good piece of hitting, got the curveball and able to get on it and jacked it out of here.
Short memory, though, for your team, because in Game 2, Henry Jackson with a great throw from right field. Second time this week with an outfield assist. And then he wastes no time. First pitch he sees, and right there, and your offense gets that table setter, and you score 12 unanswered runs to begin the game. What do you think about how your club handled Game 2?
They have a short memory, thank God, because I'm still working on the short memory. I was still thinking about it, which is the dumbest thing to do, but I don't know. It's a product of my mother, I guess. She was a worrier, and I guess I do that all the time. But no, they did. That's exactly what you do. You play one pitch at a time. It was over. Now we're playing. Matt Bradley does his thing, which was unbelievable. But Henry's throw, he's got one of the best arms around. I mean, Charlie Brown, I thought, one of the better ones I've ever had. And Francisco Colon from Newark, New Jersey, who played for me at Tusculum. But he has a tremendous arm, and that's a big lift. That's a momentum lift that you needed because we were coming off the low. That was a big charge right there. And then the leadoff home run. Who has the most leadoff home runs in Major League Baseball, Michael?
All time?
All time.
Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson, and one of the best players of all time. Now, he's not exactly Ricky because he doesn't run like Ricky and he doesn't talk in third person, but what a great job on a fastball to absolutely unload on that right there. But he plays with great energy and gusto. And then what we wanted to do is we got to get that middle of the order going. The top of the order, I believe Jackson and Ricketts have been really good. In the bottom part of the order, heck, Jenner's got 10 RBIs. He's asking me if he can bat fourth right now. I'm like, well, 4'8" guys don't bat fourth. So we got to get the middle of the order going. And so we kind of shifted it up. And Jordan Griffin has had some tremendous at-bats. He has matured so much as a hitter. And when I say mature as a hitter, it's recognition of the strike zone. That's what it is. You're going to still chase here and there because you have some good pitching out there, but the percentages get less, and you start to hit mistakes. You don't miss the mistakes. You recognize pitches better, and that's what he's doing right now, and he's doing a great job. But defense was solid. Matt Bradley was locked in. The only thing we were concerned about, he sat around way too long. And the innings were long, and he wanted to get that complete game, and you're fighting like, and like a dummy. I'm like, well, what do you want to do, Matt? Well, of course, I want to go out and pitch. Stupidest thing to ask, and I did. And then after the one batter, we're like, all right, we gotta be more mature about that and get him out of there. What a great job for a great young man in this program as a pitcher.
Last thing that I'll ask you get one more tune-up here before conference play kicks in next weekend against Wingate. What do you want to see from your team over this week of training and against UVA Wise on Tuesday to clean up some of those things as you get ready for what should be a very fun conference season with a lot of challenges?
Yeah, a lot of challenges. It's a great league right now. You look at what's going on. Boy, the teams are playing really well. And really what we've got to do is keep doing what we're doing in our training, because we feel like we train properly and we're working on the things. And like all coaches, you have your notes and you'll go over a couple things. You don't want to harp on one thing because it becomes mental to them, like, oh, you know, we can't shoot free throws. That's all we talk about. Now we still can't shoot free throws. We don't want to. We're still playing good baseball. And there's certain things we just want to talk about with the situational part of the game. But I feel like we're doing a good job. We've handled comebacks. We've held leads. We've come back being down. So we've had a little bit of everything this year, which is great. And now we've got to see Harrison Travis, a tremendous, tremendous catcher for us, kind of slipped on the bag. We got to check his knee out Monday. So we're hoping that everything's going to be okay.